sitting happen in the grocery store.
What can I say after since salami? What kind of food comes in a tube salami? This kind of meat that always wants to meet with you. If salami asks, I know you can say I do.
This place, you could call it a grocery store, but it's so much more than a grocery store. I mean, there's so many activities that they try to do with people.
The very first thing comes to mind is the sense of community, providing community service, building community.
Supports the community and local farmers, and it's just a nice place to be, like friends.
There's a vibrancy to this place, to the people who work here.
The people here are just wonderful. It's great to be able to support locally, especially for the times that we've been through.
They're very friendly, the staff. They're just so easy to work with. Anything you want, they try and get.
It's a great feel-good environment. You feel very part of the community when you're here.
They have good produce and meat, and I like their bagels.
They have really good cinnamon sugar bagels.
Lost River Market is a great resource and outlet for local growers and producers to sell their goods, to have a place to gather and have a lot of community.
It's a wonderful place to sit and have lunch. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. It's just, I think it's a wonderful establishment.
I think a lot of times it's overlooked for what an amazing deli it is and what an amazing place you can go and just go sit down, what a good time you can have. There's a lot of people who come in and out.
We think that our little store is making a big difference.
It's a good store to go to.
Mother meat sticks make me air dried or salt fried and good. But what can I say after since salami?
Well, we finally made it to Paola.
Over the last year, Lost River Market has been working on what we're calling our Orange County Farm to Health program.
And it all began in October of 2018 when Lilly Endowment announced the Gift 7 initiative. We began work with Lost River Deli and Market on the implementation phase, which included a $100,000 grant opportunity. This involved food insecurities, farmers and growers education, preparation and preservation, creation of community boxes, nutrition prescription boxes, artisan boxes, food gift boxes, and many more. We offered the funding to provide the equipment that is needed for a community kitchen that would offer safe serve certification, various trainings such as Cooking Matters. It's amazing how it's been used already and how it's benefiting artisans of their abilities and their talents to create good produce and product, and now to have the opportunity to have it for sale.
They got all of these squash and pumpkins donated from the community gardens, and then they had free pies around Thanksgiving for people. They made like 100 pies. Where else does that happen that they have that available?
Community dinners were also a component to highlight local chefs' talents, with 2 dinners already taking place last year, and we have plans for 3 to take place this summer.
We take local produce and local chefs, and we put on a meal at somebody's place or business or outdoors. The harvest one we did on the Orleans Town Square. We just set up lights and it was beautiful, and we had all local produce and local chefs, and it's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding.
The farm-to-table dinners are, typically something we read about that is happening somewhere else, not right in our own backyard. Provided by people who we know, some wonderful dinners, socialization, camaraderie.
Our Artisan Chef's Box program is a higher-end product that includes prepared foods every week, prepared soups, prepared salads, artisan breads, and then canned items, preserves and jams made by Anna Huddleston.
I don't know how many times I've said to somebody how cool this program is. I've never seen anything like it done anywhere else. It's like having a restaurant in my kitchen when I bring home my lovely canvas bag with things in it made by people I know.
The Farm to Kitchen Dinner Kit is a convenience box that provides participants with everything that they need to cook healthy meals at home. It will include local items, but it's targeted towards convenience and making meals easy for parents, couples, whoever needs that. Community Supported Agriculture Program is a produce-only box, and for 20 weeks throughout the summer, participants receive a box of produce, all 100% locally sourced. Participants also have the option to add in specialty items, and this year we're going to do an egg add-on to where people can get a dozen or more eggs every week as well with that box.
Some of the produce in the CSA boxes have been grown by our Amish neighbors.
About 4 years ago, we established a produce route up through the Amish territory. We'd go from maybe buying a couple of $100 worth or so to how are we going to, okay, if we have this good source of produce, how can we continue to market in different ways? And so we began with the CSA, Community Supported Agricultural Boxes.
Well, we have approximately 30 Amish farmers and probably 10 English farmers that we buy off of every week during the season, and I still have probably 6 or 7 different people that I buy off all winter.
Produce safety is something that is a very high priority in Indiana when it comes to food safety and food consumption. But one of the things that's often overlooked is Amish growers. We're working with them first to really get them on board and to make sure that everyone who sells produce through Lost River Market is fully trained and aware of all the produce safety requirements that are in place.
I did the CSA about 2 years ago in the fall. That was really great. I shared that with my mother. The produce that we got, I was able to try some new things that I didn't think that I would have ever tried if they hadn't been in my box, honestly.
The benefit of all of this is that we've got our list of farmers and we're buying what they provide us, and there's more farmers and there's more produce. I have no idea where this will end. The entire process is operating on a basis of plenty, of enough, of abundance. We doubled what we purchased last year from the year before, and yet there was never a day that we didn't have what we needed from somewhere. It's just there. This is a very fertile area for growing what is being grown.
Our community nutrition program is a 6-week program that teaches participants about cooking and nutrition. It teaches them how to shop for healthy items on a budget, how to begin cooking at home, how to make educated decisions when they're shopping at the store.
That was great to get different recipes of incorporating more fruits and nutritious things into my diet. Like, for instance, there was a chili recipe that had added carrots to it, and that was something that was different that I had never thought to add, and just added more nutrition. And also it had turkey as the main ingredient, and I would normally use beef.
A good health care, good cooking, good produce, healthy nutrition is the basis of how important this program is and how we can change lives through proper nutrition.
What you put into your body affects your brain, your mental health too. So there's a huge connection between that. And I feel like when we eat better, we feel better mentally and physically.
As a physician, I repeatedly tell those who come to me as patients about the benefits of nutrition and exercise. But just talking about healthy eating is not enough for a patient seeing me to get it fully. And so I've promoted the Lost River as a place to come to join others here to buy healthy food and eat healthy food. If we can get people together looking at healthy food, preparing healthy food at home, and then sharing that experience, and they can do that online with their Garden to Health program, that's how I think we can more effectively promote transformation of eating and at the same time see your health improve.
Southern Indiana Community Healthcare worked with Lost River Market and Deli to develop a nutrition prescription program, and they had a research component with Indiana University. One thing that's really important for healthcare is that we have accurate data that really reflects our population, and it's really hard to find that out in public data sources. So we now have some baseline data for food literacy, food access, people who may need financial support in getting food.
This year, the year of COVID and the pandemic, we had different challenges, and like some of the other stores, very quickly we knew we had to deliver food, we had to provide pickup, quick pickup, so many of our consumers used that.
I called Lost River and they made a delivery, and then after that they said they would come out curbside. I could just open the hatch. They would bring the food out, put it in my car, I'd shut the car and drive off. So convenient, so nice to be able to do that, and I so appreciated it. So then I thought, well, that's silly, I need to become a member. And from there, it just grew. My liking the place and the services that they provide, and there are many.
Community Kitchen, that is a partnership with the Orange County Community Foundation and Lost River and the Presbyterian Church, and the Artisan boxes, they're all programs that are creating added value to the economy, local people who live here and spend their money here in this community. We're driving entrepreneurs to be creative, to have the resources to be able to make their livelihoods living in a rural community where resources usually aren't as accessible.
Lost River Market supports our local farmers and a big part of our community, and the money that's made here is invested back into our community. It's just been a great asset to the community, and we're proud to be members.
I said I thought I raised you better than that. Okay. Thanks, sir. Have a good day now.
My favorite part of the store is probably how connected it makes the community here. It brings a variety of people in and allows people to connect through things like food and produce.
I can come here and I can buy the beets and the carrots and the turnips that I can't grow well in my garden.
Rhubarb, you can't find rhubarb anywhere else but here. Golden beets have been a huge thing for me. And so when I found out they had them here, I just bought some last week and then the week before, and there's different ways you can fix them. And so I never would have experienced that from any other place. We have the bulk section, which is huge. If you need a little bit of spice for a certain dish, you can just get it what you need instead of buying a whole package for it, and then just the freshness of the bulk. I don't know that everybody knows that, hey, it's cheaper to buy it that way. Just come in and just walk around and see what they have to offer, because they've got vitamins and supplements, and it's fine just to come in and browse and just ask questions and try the things for lunch. That would be a good start. Come in for lunch and then just see what they have, browse, sit and eat, and just come in and look.
We love the kitchen, the sandwiches, the salads, just so fresh, so good.
Everything's wonderful, fresh, because they have such wonderful soups. I've become a soup snob, I would say.
Everything from music to dinners, poetry readings, guest speakers, the food programs. That's the wonder and joy of this, when people come together with a shared purpose of creating something, anything is possible.
It's far more than a market. It is a community of people who value the environment in which they live and want to do what they can to honor it. Here is where the people come together, to shop together, to take food home and prepare in healthy ways. It's more than just where you buy food is part of a community of people who value their world in a way that we regard it as part of the sacred.